I really fancied a armoire, I think you call them, a cupboard for putting fabrics in and stuff. I bought this French style unpainted wardrobe because I just something about it I liked. Now I know the doors are slightly on a wonk. I'm going to try and level that up a bit, but if it's dressed so one door, I think this door opens better. This one's a bit snug at the bottom, but it does open. If I display it with one door open, generally, because that'll show all the pretty fabrics and everything that's stored in there, it won't notice that these lines aren't completely in alignment. So when you think about how you're going to present a piece, you'll be able to cover up some of the defects. Again, it needs little tiny bits of filling here and there. I'll fill in there. I quite like this little detail that was stuck on there. I love the curvy top. This is one of the reasons why I bought it, rather than trying to make something, because I can't make this. I don't have the skills or the tools. I love the little details around here at the bottom, and it is French style and the cutting away. So I'm very pleased with the purchase, but you know, I have to make it mine. I might take this bar out and I'm going to put some shelves in. I'm not sure how many shelves at the moment. Once I've had a play with it and I've done some filling and sanding, I'll get an idea as to how many shelves I want. I don't want too many, probably 4. I might have a box at the bottom that stores stuff. Don't know. We'll see. And just to give you a progress update while we're talking about this chalk paint that I used, I've done a bit on the French wardrobe armoire thing on here. So I used the gold to pick out some details and gold in this little cut recess. I've got to go over and give it another coat of the peach on there. And I've used the white chalk paint elsewhere. And I think that I need to put shelves in here. I will paint them with chalk paint as well, so everything's consistent. But I think in hindsight, I think I would rather use emulsion paint or acrylic paint to paint my furniture. It's okay, the finish is okay, but yeah. It's rustic, which is, you know, this is sort of shabby chic kind of stuff. So it's okay, it works, but it's a bit gloopy to work with. But it's okay. Anyway, I will finish this and I'll show you in situ. So where are we up to with this little armoire? I'm going to change the handles because I think these are a bit too boring for a French armoire. So I'm going to take those out, keep those safe, use them on something else, and I've got some other handles that I'm going to use. And I've added in some shelves. I've just cut a strip of wood for 2 shelves, and I've put in some little offcuts, battens to go underneath, just to give it something more to stick to. So I'm going to go with some white paint these white inside, and I'm going to put another coat of paint on the inside of the door. That door in particular, this door doesn't look so bad, but I'll still do another coat of paint on there anyway. And I'm going to put some other handles on there that are a little bit more zhuzhy, bit more French and interesting. And I think I might leave that. I don't want it to look too pristine. I want it to look a bit rough and rugged, you know, shabby chic kind of thing. So I'll have a bit of a play with some paint and we'll see how we get on. So I've put my armoire on just a piece of lining wallpaper, just so I don't get too much paint on my board, because I do seem to be getting more and more. for you. I have put in the shelves, I've painted inside as I said I would, and I put some little swanky dingly dangly doorknobs on. I'm not even sure that I'm going to, I don't think I'm actually going to paint it. I was going to put some enamel gold on. I don't know that I will, I'll see, but I will put in some fabrics and then you'll see this in Ashton Place. I'm really pleased with that. I think that's come up quite lovely in its sort of rustic, shabby chic way. And the sewing armoire is done and finished with its dingly dangly handles. So pleased with this, and I've got the bolts of fabric in there. I'm going to be selling some of these bolts of fabric in my Etsy shop, and you can see I've made here a cutting table. It's got a light. I need to finish that wiring off because it hasn't got its plug attached. I might need to reduce that a little bit, but it has got a very, very special bolt of vintage fabric, and this is vintage. This probably goes back to about the 1960s fabric, original stuff there. So again, I'll be selling some of those in my shop, but I'm absolutely delighted with the armoire. I think it's come up lovely, and the bits of gold on it are just enough. So lots more dressing to do in that room and things to sort out.